Kagurabachi low diffs all of your favorite anime and manga. It is amazing. The series started last September, and during that time, Kagurabachi took over the internet. You couldn't go anywhere without seeing memes of Chihiro being better than your favorite anime protagonist. Yusuke from Yu Yu Hakusho, Chihiro clears. Naruto, Chihiro clears. Luffy, Chihiro clears. You get the point. But these memes were everywhere, and for good reason. Like, when I saw this a year ago, I was like, what are they talking about? I just thought it had a lot of hype behind it. But then I started reading it, and I've been reading it week to week for months now, and they're not wrong. Chihiro is just that guy. He is him. He is Himothy. So Kagurabachi is a pretty basic story. It takes a lot of elements from other Shonen Jump mangas and combines it. The premise of the story is pretty basic. We have a world full of sorcerers, kind of like Jujutsu Kaisen, and that there was a big war in Japan called the Setai War. Chihiro's father was a world-renowned blacksmith and created 6 enchanted blades that were used to end the war. And after the war was completed, Chihiro's father, Kushinigi, sealed the enchanted blades away because it was too powerful to be left in mortal hands. And the world saw peace for 18 years after the war ended, until a group called the Hishaku came, murdered Chihiro's father, and stole all 6 of the enchanted blades. The Hishaku take a lot of inspiration from the Phantom Troop from Hunter x Hunter, and some of the story elements, because in Hunter x Hunter, the Phantom Troop killed Kurapika's family, and in Kagurabachi, the Hishaku killed Chihiro's family. Fortunately enough for the Hishaku, they did not know that there was a 7th enchanted blade that Chihiro's father made after the war, and they only stole the original 6. And now Chihiro wields the 7th sword as he chases down the members of the Hishaku. And honestly, Chihiro just stands on business. He is killing gang members left and right and is showing no mercy. And it's awesome. Chihiro's dad imparted the wisdom that being a blacksmith means that you are creating weapons to kill, but you want to make sure that it's in the hands of those that will protect others. And the Hishaku group is the complete opposite of who Chihiro's father wanted those blades to go to. So now it's Chihiro's job to kill all of those that are misusing katanas. And this man is the Avenger that Sasuke always wishes he was. Sasuke said he was an Avenger, but he did not stand on business like Chihiro does. And Chihiro has a scar on his face from the night his dad was murdered, and when he was asked if he wanted to get rid of it, he said that every morning when I wash my face and look in the mirror, I see this scar and I remember that day, so every day I can start my morning fresh with hatred.
What did he say?
And from chapter 1 alone, you just see Chihiro go into this gang's base and just kill everybody. He's just asking questions, where is the Hishaku? The story follows this plot line for the most part, where all Chihiro's trying to do is find the Hishaku and bring them to justice. And he is also trying to recover all 6 of the enchanted blades that were stolen from his father. And along on his journey is a guy named Mr. Shiba, who is friends with Chihiro's father, and he is a badass in his own right. Shiba has teleportation sorcery and is basically like Minato from Naruto. And Kagurabachi has only been around for about a year, but it has the potential to be one of the greatest Shonen Jump mangas of recent time. We've had My Hero end, Black Clover's about to end, JJK is ending very soon. So Kagurabachi is the 3rd generation of the new Shonen Jump lineup, and it is off to an amazing start. We are just hitting our 3rd arc of the series, and the 2 arcs before it were bangers. Now, a lot of manga take a while before you get to a lot of good scenes. You gotta do a lot of build-up, but Kagurabachi kind of skipped all that because I think they know how tiresome some of Shonen's plot lines are, so they just cut straight to the action. The first arc is Chihiro going up against an underground criminal named Genichi Shoujo, who is the wielder of one of the enchanted blades, Cloud Gouger. These blades have some serious power. Chihiro has a blade called Enten, which power is based off of 3 goldfish that Chihiro's father bought him when he was a child. And each of the 3 goldfish have specific powers. The black goldfish, Kuro, releases flying slash attacks that vary in size. We have Akka, that is a red goldfish that protects Chihiro from any oncoming attacks. And then we have Nishiki, which is a tri-colored goldfish, which becomes a cloak that Chihiro wears, which gives him an enhanced speed and power. And Shoujo's Cloud Gouger has the ability of clouds and lightning, and makes him a lightning-based user. The fights in Kagurabachi are very dynamic and fluid, and the artist Takiro Hokazono utilizes a lot of perspective shots that make the fights a lot more dynamic and fluid. It honestly reminds me of peak Kishimoto back in the day when he was drawing Naruto, and I can see the influence that Naruto had on Kagurabachi. Another thing I really love about Kagurabachi is that it does not shy away from killing characters. So in the world of Kagurabachi, there is a good government organization called the Kamunabi, and they organize a task force to deal with shoujo, but they all died instantly. It was honestly really shocking because this group that was assigned to deal with shoujo knew the powers of Cloud Gouger beforehand, and they thought that they would be able to deal with the powers of the sword, but they got murked instantly. This task force that was made to deal with shoji specifically were really cool government officials, and they looked super strong. But in the face of enchanted blades, no one really stands a chance besides Chihiro. And Chihiro versus shoujo was one of the best fights visually I've seen in this manga. The author used perspective shots to really highlight the level of difficulty and movement in this battle, and it was jaw-dropping. Also want to mention that this fight took place in chapters 16 and 17 of the manga. We are barely into this story, and in a lot of other mangas, this fight would take place after like 30 to 40 chapters of buildup, but in Kagurabachi, they cut right to the action, and it is beautiful. This is shonen at its peak. The next two arcs after this one have been amazing. And honestly, I cannot wait for the anime announcement at any point now. But if you haven't read Kagurabachi, I highly suggest you start reading it. It is one of the best shonens I've read in years. And if you already love Kagurabachi, let me know in the comments down below, and maybe I'll make another Kagurabachi video in the future. But don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.